Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Funke Lemo and I am a Nigerian immigrant in Canada, and I post videos about my life in Canada. If you're new here, it's good to have you again. You're welcome to my channel and I really appreciate you stopping by. Please do not forget to click the subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video and share. Now this video I'm making today is specifically for those that are just landing in Canada as immigrants. It's very important that you do these few things I'll be mentioning, because as you land in Canada, there are a few things that are very, very important that you have to get done. So if you're landing in Canada soon, or you know somebody coming into Canada soon, make sure you share this video to them. So I'm going to call it things you should do on landing or a few days after landing. First of all, the very first thing that you should do when you're landing in Canada, whether as a permanent resident or as a student, is that you have a roof over your head. What do I mean? It is good if you have somebody already that is ready to take you in, maybe a relative or a friend that you know that said, okay, you can stay with me for a few days, or you can stay with me on landing, or I can come pick you up at the airport, stuff like that. Have a roof over your head is very, very important. Have a place to stay, a place you can stay, and yeah, but even if it's just for one night or for 2 nights, it's very, very important. So don't I'm not I cannot overemphasize it. It's very, very important. Having a roof over your head is number one, because especially when you're coming as a permanent resident, you have packed all your life from your country, from your home country, and I say, okay, you're no more living there, you're coming here to live. So it's very important that you have a roof over your head. That's the first important thing, and it's good and perfect if you have somebody that you can stay with. That's soft landing. Then secondly, so the second point and third point, you can pick whichever one comes first for you. But what I put as the second point is to eat. Because I couldn't eat on the flights because I didn't like everything they served, and everything I was seeing wasn't appealing to me. So on landing like this, that I got to the place we're going to stay, I first of all ate. So it's very, very important that you eat. I can't forget, I ate eba negusi that night. We landed 2 a.m. and that was what I ate first, eba negusi. So it's very, very important that you eat. I can't overemphasize it. Eat what you're familiar with. Eat, then sleep. That's number 3. You need to rest. Time zone, jet lag. Even if sometimes jet lag might take a while for your body to adjust to the time zone and everything because of the 6 hour or 5 hour difference, depending on where you are in Canada. I'm talking based on Ontario. It's either 6 hour behind or 5 hour behind Nigeria, depending on the time of the year you come. Yeah, so it's very, very important that you rest. Make sure you sleep, you rest. It's very, 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 very important. Then number 3, is that number 3? Number 4, get your SIN. So after making sure that you have a roof over your head to stay for a few days or for a few weeks, sleep, eat. The number 4, go and get your SIN. And you have to go to Service Canada to get your SIN. So you can just browse Service Canada near me and you get the nearest address. Go there and get your SIN. Now, Canada is a very, very, not just Canada, the Western world is a very, very busy life, has a very, very busy and tight schedule. People are always working. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you come into Canada like that, it might be very, very hard for you to see even someone that you're even staying with, to always have the time to, okay, let me drive you to this place, let me drive you to that place, even if they have a car. So it's very, very important that after you land and you have stayed like 2 days, you understand the transportation system. Very, very important, because you can use Uber for the first 2 times, but that's a lot of money. Uber is expensive, no cap. You don't want to spend like $30-$40 on arriving on Uber. Do you understand? So even if you have somebody that stays with you that have a car that drives around, person might not always be able to. And if the person can, good for you. You're God's favorite. Good for you. Use the opportunity to go to the places you need to go to, but you also need to learn the transport system. So on going, maybe you use Uber to go to Service Canada to get your SIN, and it's very important you go early because of the queue. It's always there. And by the time you come to Canada, you really don't really have anything to do that to get the basic things you need to function in Canada. So go and get an SIN. Or I always advise, because for SIN, they would always need you to drop a phone number and ask you to come back. So it's good if you get a phone number first before getting an SIN. So I'll take my list again. First, to make sure you have a roof over your head. Second, you sleep. Third, you eat. Fourth, try and get a phone number, because wherever you go to for anything, they might request a phone number to call you on in case if the wait hour is so long. Try and get a phone number. If you're coming as a couple, maybe you're two, maybe just one person can get a phone number for now. You get them, maybe later on the other person can get. But try and get a phone number. And if it's just only, it's very, very important. If people get their phone number on landing from the airport, they already get the phone number, because there'll be several of those phone services or phone companies in places like that. So try and get a phone number so you can be reached on, because you cannot be dropping your Niger line or wherever you're coming from for them to call you on WhatsApp. No, you can't do that. So it's very important that you get a phone number. Once you get a phone number, try and get the cheapest package as possible, because you don't want to just be spending immediately you get here. You want to try and conserve your funds as much as possible. Remember, you're not yet working and you're just landing. So get the cheapest package as possible that you can use. If you have a phone, perfect. If you have a phone that works in Canada, perfect. Just use that. So get a phone number, then go and get your SIN at Service Ontario. I'm talking basically for Ontario, Service Ontario. Then what number am I? The sixth thing would be for you to get your health card. Get your health card. If you're a permanent resident, of course, you have access to get an health card. Or not just permanent residents, even I think students, you can get an health card. I think you have insurance also. So try and get your health card in Service Ontario. Your SIN, you're going to get it in Service Canada. Your health card, you're getting it in Service Ontario. Yeah, so once you get that, you have that locked down. Then the seventh thing that you can consider doing is opening a bank account. Yeah, because payment of things like Uber is not cash. You have to pay via card or via your phone. So it's not like you pay cash to people. So it's very important that you open a bank account, and do not reject the credit card when you're opening a bank account. Accept credit card. Even if it might seem new to you, like your credit card deal, it's very, very important that you accept the credit card. No matter the limits they give you, accept it, then start using it. So it might take you a while to understand how it works, but accept it. So these are like the 7 major things you should do after you land in Canada. Like I said, very, very importantly, let me run it down. It's very important you have a roof over your head. Secondly, it's important that you sleep, eat. Very, 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 very important. Then get a phone number as soon as possible. Of course, call family on landing. Let them know you have arrived safely at your destination, wherever you're coming from. That's basic. You have to do that. Maybe I should have mentioned it as the first thing you should do, but yes, you have to do that. So once you get a phone number, then you can go to Service Canada to get your SIN. From there, get your health card, open a bank account. So the reason why I'm saying it in this manner is because forgetting your SIN, forgetting your health card, you would need a phone number that they might want to put on record, and you also need a proof of address. So hopefully wherever you're staying will be able to provide you with a proof of address for you to use to get your health card. Then once you now move to your own place, you can now change your address on the website. Yeah, so that's it. These are just basic things that you should do on landing as an immigrant. Try not to wait it out too much. Try and do it immediately you land, so you know that part is settled. So once you start looking for a job and some informations are needed from you, you have them right in your hand. And please take note that the SIN is your number. It shouldn't be given to any other person or shared with any other person. Make sure you keep it. It's like your identity in the country. and you don't want to let it fall in the wrong hands. It's not an information that you give over the phone. It's not a number that you give over text or over emails. No. So make sure you protect it so well and guard it. Nobody can just ask for your SIN number. No. So guys, that's it. And if you're driving in Nigeria and you're in Canada, you also want to make sure that you start driving, then you might want to consider doing the road test as soon as possible. Then the road test, yeah, the drive test, the knowledge test before doing the road test. That's if you come along with a FRC extract and driver's license from Nigeria. It has to be valid for 6 months, because after 6 months you're no longer going to be valid and you have to start from the very beginning. Yeah, so that's it guys. These are things you should do on landing as an immigrant for you to properly settle. I know there's always a lot of pressure on people to quickly do this, to quickly do that, but please take it one at a time, because this is now going to be your home. You're going to be here for a while, like, you get me, like, for a while. So take it a step at a time. Try not to put yourself under too much pressure and do things you would not do. And be very careful too. There are lots of scammers in Canada. Be very careful. Be very careful. There are lots of scammers in Canada, so don't just give out information anyhow or click on links that are sent via text anyhow. They'll always tell you in all those federal offices that they would never send you a text message or ask you to they will never do anything like that, or call you over the phone to give so information. So be very careful not to fall for scammers. You're very careful. And if you want to open a bank account, make sure you go into a proper bank. I like to do research a lot. So once you're in a place, if you're like me, you'll have started browsing banks near me, top banks in Canada, which bank can I open as an immigrant, informations like that. And you would be exposed to several opinions online. Then that way you can now streamline and get one that you want to settle with. So guys, that's just what today's video is about. I hope it helps someone out there. Yeah, and if you have any questions, just please put it in the comment section and ask right away. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.